Welcome back to the shop. I'm JC with Eclectics. In today's video, we're going to show you how we take our new leather patches and we put them on our hats. So we're making custom leather patch hats. So our new piece of equipment, the 360 IQ from Hottronics. Stay tuned. So, as a big thank you for hitting our first 100 subscribers in just a couple weeks here on YouTube. Stick around for the rest of this video because in today's video, we're not only showing you how to make these hats, but we'll be giving one away. And if you want to know how you could be the lucky winner, you got to stay tuned. All right, so we're going to start out by letting you guys take a look at these leather patches. So we're going to take these custom leather patches. So these leather patches are made with a laser cutter, and you engrave the design on the patch, custom adhesive on the back. This is the new beast to our shop. I'm so excited to unbox this. I've been waiting for it. We've actually had a few customers who reached out and asked, hey, do you guys have a hat press? No, we did not use a hat press before. We do everything on our Ricoma. So we love that we have two print heads on the Ricoma. There's nothing quite like the feel of custom embroidery. However, can't embroider a leather patch. You could sew a patch on a hat, but you can't create this with embroidery because it's leather, right? Common sense there. So we invested in the 360 IQ. And there's a lot of different functions that this thing can do, but for today's video, I'm just going to show you that I've already, and again, I haven't gone through all the settings. This is a brand new, we actually unboxed it yesterday. So I'm going into the settings. I've already set up my own custom profile for J&E leather. So we're doing leather patches today. We've got the top of this platen. Why this is a different hat press, I guess I could go into that for you guys. This is a heated silicone bottom and top. So this is the hat press version of our Hottronics 16x20 hat press, which was heated upper and lower. So again, if we tell you that we want to be more efficient, well, we went with a custom heat press. That's the same reason we're going with this hat press over some of the others. So on top of having Wi-Fi and all these other amazing capabilities, I'm going to show you how fast and how easy it is to make custom hats with leather patches. All right, so the first step is going to be turning this on and either choosing your own custom selection or just setting it up. So if you order this from Stalls, they will give you a breakdown of the materials that you can use on it and what the settings should be. But for the most part, you're gonna want the top heated to around 280 and the bottom heated to 320. So it will actually give you a timer when you turn the machine on and choose that setting on how long it's gonna take to heat up, so you can start prepping everything else. So we've got our leather patch, we've got our hat right here off to the side. All I'm gonna do is take some heat tape. So this is a heat transfer tape that will not leave any marks and it's not affected by heat, hence the name. We're going to use that to hold the patch down in the right spot on the cap. So first step, all I'm going to do is set this patch down. I'm going to roll out a piece of tape, use my nice embroidery cleanup scissors here. I'm just cutting a good portion of tape here, and since our design has that hanger at the bottom, I'm going to use that as kind of a level. I'm going to run this tape straight across that hanger. Make sure it's on there good, and that patch is ready to go. The next step, simple. There's no pre-treating, or excuse me, there's no preheating. I'm getting used to printing too much, huh? No preheating the hats, since it is a lower heated platen here. What you want to do ideally is if you can get this part of your hat pulled out, even better, but it's not a requirement. So we're just going to take the hat, you're going to thread it around the back, up over the top, make sure it's centered. Boom. So once this is released, that little attachment pulls the hat down. That's it. We're going to take our patch. We're going to line this patch up over the top of the hat here. So I'll hold that in place till we can get. You want to make sure you're centered up on that middle seam since this is a 6-panel hat. So when you order this, you're going to get custom foam pieces, but for $35 extra, you can get this flexi mat, and it is amazing. No scorch marks on anything you're making, and it's super easy to just lay over the top of the hat without moving it. Clamp down. Now there's a timer already set, just like our large heat press from Hottronics. This is an auto clamp as well. So when the timer is done, that thing's gonna kick up, and that's it. You're gonna have a custom hat with a nice custom leather patch. All right, so while that hat's heating up, we got 25 seconds. We're gonna give you a quick rundown of the type of custom headwear you can get from J&E Eclectics. So we've got pretty much anything you want we can order if we don't already have it in shop. But we've got custom beanies that are already ready. to be embroidered or have a patch put right on. This comes in several different colors. We've actually got a kid's beanie. This is 100% acrylic. We've actually taken and DTF stamped onto these as well as embroidered. Comes out really nice. Then you got your traditional kind of little slack in the back beanies here. I wear these personally all the time when I'm not wearing a hat. Actually, you've probably seen them in some of our videos. Then we get to our hats. And again, analysis paralysis. There's a ton of different things. This is one of our favorite snapbacks. It's actually like a trucker hat. It's foam, so it's a 5-panel, meaning there's not a seam that runs all the way down the middle. It's actually open face. You can do a lot of cool things with this puff here. Then we've got a little bit more of a premium hat. So it's not a snapback. It's sort of a one-size-fits-all, almost like a flex fit. And this is an Under Armour hat. So we do have the hookup through Under Armour. The main thing is you have to put an embellishment on their products. If you don't know what embellishment means, you got to go through and bedazzle or embroider or put a patch on this thing. You cannot just resell it blank as an Under Armour hat or you'll lose that resale license. Don't do it. Then we've got actual flex fit hats. So mesh backing flex fit hats. This is a 6-panel with a seam that runs straight down the middle. And what do you know? It's got one of our custom leather patches on it. If you want to know how to get one of these hats, make sure you're following us on social media and subscribe to this channel. You got your dad hats, right? Sort of a low profile. These are unstructured hats. There's no solid buckram in the back here. And they've got that fitted with a belt, right? So you got snapbacks or you've got one size fits all, it's fitted. Then you've got the belt. Some people like the belt. I personally prefer, here's another one. Same hat, it just happens to have that leather patches popping up everywhere today. Those are the different types of styles that we can order for you or we keep in stock at J&E Eclectics. But if there's something else you want, you like different Yupong hats or trucker hats, we can pretty much order it all. The heat press is popping up right now. Let's go check out that patch. There we go. We're gonna release. There's the patch. We remove the tape. So it's a little bit hot. Anything that's actually an adhesive, like a patch or a leather patch, anything else like that, you don't want to tug on it or pick at the edges for at least 24 hours. But really, as soon as this hat cools down, that patch is on there. So the best thing to do is just to let this hat cool down, set it to the side, start working on the next one. So that's it. Custom hat, leather patch, or custom leather patch. Right there, 25 seconds, done. I already have the next hat on, putting the next logo on, and keep working. So you could see how you could streamline orders with this. You could be running the embroidery machine in the back doing custom 3D puff or embroidered logos, and you could have your Hotronix 360 IQ over here stamping away custom leather patches for a customer. So if you want to know how you can order one of these, hit us up on our socials at JE_Eclectics on Instagram, right here on YouTube, J&E Eclectics, or from our website, www.jeeclectics.com. And if you're watching this video, make sure to win this hat, you gotta like this video, comment, subscribe, and follow us on our Instagram. When all that's done, make sure you put it down in the comments that you're there, and we'll go ahead and go through the list and make sure we pick a winner. So we've got one last thing for you. Thank you for sticking around, checking out how we're making these custom hats with our new 360 IQ. If you thought the only thing you could do with this was stamp on patches, you're dead wrong. We're not going to go too in depth on this video, but I'm going to give you a sneak preview. I've got a shirt that I'm going to pull aside, and I'm going to show you how you can use the same hat we just made these awesome leather patches on, and we're going to print out some awesome sleeve designs. All right, so we've got our shirt here. I'm actually going to go into the settings, change it from J&E leather, and what do you know? I've already set up a J&E DTF. That means down to film. I mean direct to film. All right, so what we're going to do right now, just how we did the hats, we're going to thread that sleeve on. So the good thing is when you get a new shirt and it's pressed, there's already that seam line. 99% of the time, that's the middle of your sleeve. So that is your guiding line right there. We're gonna take this, we're just gonna thread it on the lower piece of the platen. All right, you might see a little bit of steam. That's just the moisture leaving the hat. And we're gonna make sure that we've got that seam line as close to the center as possible so that it's easy for us to line up this design. And if you've got your lint roller, there's a little lint on your sleeve, just roll it right off. We're not printing on it, so if the fabric pops up, it's gonna get pressed down anyway. So right here, we've got one of the designs we did 2 weeks ago on DTF. So if you haven't seen that video with Reyes, make sure you check the link in our description. Go back, watch that video. But when we did DTF a few weeks back, we made a couple of different flag patches. I love putting these on my shirts personally, right on the sleeve. And we wanted to know, how long can I leave this on the shelf and see if it still works? So just because you stuck around, you get to find out with us. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna thread it right onto that sleeve, about how we're gonna want it to show up. We will take our heated tape, which is over here. We're gonna get a couple of pieces of heated tape. The lower heated platen, well, it's in the name, lower heated platen. It'll actually start heating up for you right now, and it may help this stick in place. But if it doesn't, don't worry, that's what this heat tape is for. We're just gonna tape it down. And then you're gonna see that, unlike the hats, this doesn't even take 25 seconds. This is actually a 15-second press. So you set the temperatures the same as you would if you were using the big heat press over there. We're just gonna tape this down. There we go. So now the design is centered how we want it, and the exact same flexi mat that we used, we're just gonna place over that design here. We're gonna press it down, and then in 15 seconds, you'll see exactly how this hat press goes from making leather patches to making custom sleeve prints. Too easy. Perfect. So now that it's done, this is supposed to be a hot peel. So we're gonna take the shirt off of the heat there. Let me see if I can get this out from the back. All right, they gave us plenty of space in the back. And then we'll remove the tape. Take the sleeve down. Boom. You've got a flag printed directly onto the sleeve. 15 seconds. That's it. So we just took this shirt with the back and the front print, added a sleeve in 15 seconds. No pre-treat, no lining it up on the sleeve platen. Put it right on the hat platen. Guess what? In future videos, you're gonna see how we're gonna do the same thing with this platen for custom neck tags.